Hey YouTube, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. Check this out, YouTube. I have a Stoeger 12 gauge side-by-side double barrel shotgun. Here's the business side of it. Got the bead and everything. Basically, when you open this gun up, it's just a little lever right there. Break it open just like that. And you can check with these for safety because you can see down the ends of the barrels just like that. Okay, so obviously it's not loaded. But once you do load shells into it and then close it, that safety locks back. Because you can't pull your triggers again. So, we're clear, obviously, but okay. If I was shooting the shotgun for reals, I wouldn't be holding it like that because if it's ready to break your arm, you want underneath the arm like that. Not a loose grip where it's just, but you want a nice, comfortable, but firm grip, not like, you know what I'm saying? Because these fuckers kick. Okay. So, this is a Stoeger indeed, and I'm impressed with what I've seen on YouTube, and only one, I'm thinking, yeah, this is definitely a good gun to own. Nice little protection base, you know. So, yeah. This assembly and reassembly just involves taking this piece off, and then flipping the lever here, and lever over here, and then that breaks the barrels away from the stock itself. I'm not going to take it apart too often just because I'm horrible getting it back together. But I do know how to disassemble it and reassemble it properly. I know how the safety works, I know how it loads, so I know my gun inside and out now. And that's important when owning your firearm, obviously. Now I'm going to set the gun on my lap, and I'll tell it to shoot me. Come on, shoot me. It's not doing anything. Imagine that. Notice when I had to break the gun open to show you that it was unloaded, that, oh, well, look at that. You know, it requires a second force to operate it, which is picking it up. And, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now it's fired, safety back, and safety is on. This is your safety right here. This is the most important thing in your firearm. Okay? And, yeah, but other than that, once you, getting it, they don't give it to you assembled, obviously, they give it to me in a box, disassembled with this piece attached to the barrel and this piece separate from this piece right here, because the stock and this piece come apart. So, yeah, and you cannot reassemble it with this piece on. You have to take this piece off, put the barrel on separately, then attach this piece. I'll start it on YouTube and try it out a couple of times, make sure it was unloaded. Obviously it was unloaded, and yeah, so I know the inside and out of my gun. Looking forward to shooting it. You know, I got a couple of targets. Got an old broken PS2 that Stephanie had for the longest time, and I must have broke in between Job Corps and the move back to Sioux Falls, I guess. But it happens, you know. But then she moved here, and apparently it was busted. And I said, that's okay, dear, I got a PS2, and she got a PS3. I'm like, yeah, see, that works, you know. So the broken PS2, instead of throwing it away, we'll shoot it out with the shotgun, as well as like 4 coffee mugs, and, you know, and the target that the sportsmen gave me to go with it, you know, they gave me a free paper target, which I thought was kind of cool, too. So yeah, but getting this, you know, was a very long process. But worth it, yes. As far as safest gun in the world goes, this is probably one of them because this is the easiest gun to check for safety. It's just push the safety up, push the lever to this way, pull it down, break the barrels open. You can see it's not loaded. So right now she's a virgin, but get some shells down, she won't be for long, hopefully. Now, speaking of guns, I want to do a little rant here on Stand Your Ground. Someone breaks into your house. okay, they have a gun. They're going to kill you and your entire family and take all your shit. Understandably, yes, stand your ground applies there perfectly. Okay? Going out randomly shooting somebody, and then you get caught for it and say, whoa, I was standing my ground. That's not standing your ground. That's just being a murderer. But in the sense of right and wrong, sometimes you fight for a reason. You know, all these dads and moms out there who carry guns, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Someone breaks into your house, you got kids in the house you have to protect. Oh, but we've had those cases where kids roam around the house and start playing with mom and dad's gun, accidentally shoot themselves, okay? No. Okay, that's why if you're not shooting the gun, you keep it empty in the first place. The second thing is you tell your kids that they do not mess with guns. And then if they want to learn, okay, you teach them when they're older. Understandable, you know, I'm totally agreeing with NRA and gun enthusiasts here. But you have to understand this from a perspective of someone who hates guns. They're saying, oh, they're evil, You bitch about it, but guess what? Your freedom to bitch about guns is being protected by the awesome men and women overseas. I thank you. So, that being said, I can hear the comments now. Oh, this retarded 12 gauge. I've lost all hope in society. Man. I find it quite funny, actually, because you assume that see, if I can talk to you in complete sentences, hold and maintain a job. There's some most retards you can't, and, you know, they're awesome people, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know, despite society's ever-growing list of bullshit problems, you know, they don't care that they're retarded, because either they don't know, or if they do, they're acknowledging of it in a sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm high-functioning autism, also known as Asperger's syndrome, and I've had a thing for this gun since I was a kid, and only one now is the coolest thing in the world. However, I did not buy this gun first thing. Like, what'd you get the money for that? How much did it cost? Well, YouTube, it cost $420. Irony aside, because tomorrow's Easter. Yeah. I got tax returns, $900. I paid my rent for next month, paid my other bills, you know, I had the internet and all that, so internet and rent, got that taken care of. We didn't need groceries because we bought a shit ton of those. Alright, cool. So what's next? Stephanie needs her depot shot. That costs $100. So, yeah, that's much needed. One of me's enough. Holy shit, two of me? That'd be insane. Ew, no. I cannot afford to have kids right now. I don't want kids, to be honest with you. I really don't. One of me's enough. But anyway, yeah. And I figured, you know, take that responsibility as well. And after that, I had just enough to get my ID changed to the right address, to this apartment instead of the address I was at before. And then go into there, that's all we need is your ID at the proper address and fill out some paperwork and the money. Okay. Are you of age? Yes. Okay, cool. That versus you go into some black market to buy a gun like this, they don't care about age limits, you see what I'm saying? At least this got sold at a responsible store like Sportsman's Goods, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot better alternative than having them sold in the market. So, I hear you gun lovers, guns are awesome, right? But with great power comes great responsibility. That was the quote from Spider-Man. And I'll say this again, a 12 gauge, okay, can pack some serious power. You load the right ammo into it, okay? But you want to be more responsible with your guns, huh? Because it's just tired of it. I'm tired of these getting a bad name. Because right now, me holding it, it's not a bad thing. It's not evil, but then again, you get the more weapons that hold more ammo, like a 100-round magazine, and have a Thompson submachine gun. Big old circle magazine, about that fucking big. That's cool shit. But, yeah, they had it back in the day, you know. Truth be told, if we didn't have firearms, we'd be fighting with swords and bows and arrows, you know. It just is what it is, you know. If you actually look at the history of time, you'll see nothing but war. Well, you'll see stuff in between, but war has been going on since the beginning of time, obviously, because it's a human need to be competitive. I've noticed this. My car is louder than your car. My tits are bigger than your tits. I don't know what men and women compete over. Well, my shoes are more attractive than your shoes, or my subwoofers are louder than your subwoofers, or my arms are bigger than your arms, or my dick's bigger than your dick. You know, it's just stupid shit like that. Why it fucking matters, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm confident with my size and my arms. So 12 gauge, like I said, okay, you want down here like that, where it'll, like that, you see what I'm saying? Holding it here like that, that's like what a, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't hold on to that thing, you really don't want shit like this. That'd be even worse. Okay? Because this thing, when you pull that trigger, it's going to jerk back depending on how hard the ammo is. Therefore, if armor is in the way at a proper angle, it could break your arms. So, again, with your firearms, safety is number one. Where's safety at? Right here. Okay? That's safety is obviously engaged, otherwise you can't pull the triggers. Okay? Simple shit. But luckily I don't have kids running around the apartment, so I'm not worried about that. You know. And I'm just thinking, especially for Stephanie's safety, in case something were to happen and I wasn't here to protect her, you know. She has something to protect herself. So, yeah. Yeah, $420. I know. I know, but the irony and the timing of the date being tomorrow is, in fact, National Weed Smoking Day, but it's also Easter. Which is also incredibly ironic because Christian Bible says that God put marijuana on the ground for men to share, right? Yeah. So if you're against it and you're Christian, you're the world's biggest hypocrite. I'm just saying. What's even more ironic was one of the questions on the forum was, are you physically addicted to marijuana or painkillers? And I said, nope. Nope. Nope, I'm not. Because you can't physically, you can get addicted to marijuana. I guess it depends on how depressed you are if you let it consume you, but for the most part, you can, you know, smoke on occasion and relax, just like having a beer. Or you can medicate with it if it's required. I mean, this is medicine and recreation, because think about it, kids have been doing this shit anyway. If you're so goddamn worried about your kids getting high, because now a lot of parents are concerned, like, well, we don't want marijuana legalized because our kids will get high. It's illegal, your kids can get on the streets anyway because the street vendors don't care. At least when you're selling it out of a dispensary, 18 or 21 years of age or older, your choice. I don't care, I'm 23, I'm older than all of them, so I'm just saying, though, that it's the same thing with the gun. At least the gun's being sold at a responsible store. At least the marijuana is being sold at a dispensary where they're properly carding you. It's the same thing with cigarettes and alcohol. Straight up. How much alcohol, money, make... Oh my God. Money, alcohol, and tobacco make our country. It's astonishing. In moderation, they aren't that bad for you, really. If you get the right cigarette. Now, some cigarettes are laced with shit ton of chemicals. Again, if you just get a cigarette that's laced with natural food flavoring, tobacco that gives the awesome flavor without it killing you, then great, you know, that's your natural pipe tobacco. How it started, how tobacco was first cultivated. But then companies found out ways to chemicalize it, make it twice as addicting, and make money off of it, and thus profiting from a shit ton of money. However, if marijuana does cure cancer, then someone's suffering from lung cancer from cigarette smoke, just tell them to switch to marijuana smoke. 90 days later, like, holy shit, my lung cancer's gone, look at that. Shocking, I know. The thing of it is, it's not really that hard to believe when humans are born with cannabinoid receptors. These are receptors on the ends of your nerves in your body built to receive THC. Go figure. Even more ironic is Benjamin Franklin wore clothing made out of hemp. He said it was the most distinguished honor of all. He even is on the $100 bill, and he's one of our founding fathers. Which would have to mean they grew hemp on their plantations, correct? Yes, indeed. George Washington, our first president, grew it on his plantation. The first Model T ran on hemp ethanol, and parts of the car made from hemp metal, which is fiber derived and melted and somehow conformed into metal. Sounds hard to believe, a plant from the metal. When you're thinking of metal, you're thinking like the metal on a shotgun, right? But no. I'll show you. Made out of metal. During wartime in the 40s, 1941, Henry Ford came out with a car completely made out of hemp. The body and everything. They took an axe to it, didn't dent or nothing. Incredible shit. Okay? And you can also make paper with hemp, rope, sails for ships, clothing. Grows 10 times faster than trees, and it's a lot better and much greener for the environment. Now, you can recycle the paper made out of trees all you want, but a lot of the cutting down of the trees for paper making, consumption, wood and all that, can't take its toll, you know. Says the guy who makes wands out of wood. This was being used for a purpose, not just, you know, because how much paper gets thrown away on a daily basis. I'm just saying, if you have cigarettes made with hemp paper and natural pipe tobacco, that's a healthy cigarette, and a natural hemp filter too, you know what I'm saying? That'd be the best fucking cigarette for you in the fucking world. I'm not shitting you. It wouldn't be a cigarette that would get you high, but it'd be a natural cigarette with the tobacco in it, when it wouldn't be nearly as dangerous for you as the shit that's in these cools, or coals, or however they're pronounced, the greens. Menthols help with the voice. Oh, I'm just saying. Ooh. Ooh. Singers will tell you they suck on a menthol cough drop to help with their voice after singing. Yeah, same concept, just different form, I guess. But now, if the gun's just sitting there, it's not going to do anything because it's not loaded and it's not capable of doing that. Okay, you want guns to kill people? All right, give them arms and legs and a computerized robotic system that makes them do all the things that guns do without humans using them. Then guns will kill people. But until then, they don't. Humans do. Plain and simple. They were doing with swords and knives before, but then someone discovered gunpowder, and it's like, hey, look at that! And now we have shotguns. Just like the first Model T being made, the assembly line, now we have cars being made mass production, and that's why we were able to have the car salesman places, you know, the car sales places, the places with the lots with all the brand new Mustangs just going all the way down the line, okay? We have that because of Henry Ford and his ingenious assembly line, okay? And back then you had to crank the car to start it. Nowadays you can just push a button and it's on. You know, maybe you actually ever cranked a Model T. It's not easy. I tried it once when I was younger. Could not get the fucker to start. That's because you have to push the crank in and kind of half jerk it like that. And that kind of somehow spits it into ignition. You gotta retard the spark and put a little bit of other, like, magneto on, and then and trust me, you don't, there's a button, I can't remember what it is, but cranking those things can get dangerous if you don't do it right. That crank spins backwards, if your hand's on it, that breaks your wrist. So how's that for kicks and grins? You're trying to go to work and the only transportation you got is Model T. You go to crank it thinking, forgetting to fix it, and you break your wrist before going to work. Oh yeah, and on dirt roads too. But you see the videos of these fuckers on snow, these fuckers plowing through snow like it's nothing, bouncing all over curves and shit. So very much so Model Ts are pretty much what we have today, just different form, just the concept of the car, if you will. Because before that we had horse-drawn carriages, and cars before then were so goddamn expensive. Holy shit, okay? You could buy a Model T back then for $500. I pay $500 for rent right now. Once Stephanie gets on the lease, $512. So, yeah. Like I said, I never complained about life, not once. Never. It's just not needed. Times, there are big times, yeah. We all have those days where it just sucks, but you get home at the end of the day, you didn't die, you didn't lose a loved one, you didn't suffer a serious misfortune, then what's there to lose? You're still alive and breathing. Hey, cool, you know. The glass is not half empty or half full, it's half a glass. Oh, but you're wearing a pentagram. Most people think that people of that nature are evil. I can be evil when I want to be, but I just prefer to keep that for my music and not for the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have a dark side, I express that in my music, straight up. That's the best place to express it, and that's the best place to keep it, and that's the place it will stay. Straight up. Because they ain't worth my freedom, for one thing. Okay, because if I'm in jail for something stupid, I won't be able to play guitar. You know, or record it, or, you know what I'm saying? Or sit here and make YouTube videos and talk with my fans, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, dude, straight up. So logically, it makes sense to be smart about this. Now, I don't have a police record, and I'm not wanted by the FBI. So, that's a good start, I guess. But yes, I'm very confident that I can like a mature young adult. After all, I am 23 years old, so, yeah. And you'll notice history has a way of repeating itself, YouTube. Before Stand Your Ground, we had the voices in your head, you know, and that was a legit thing where people who were suffering from mental illness did kill somebody and they didn't realize the severe seriousness of their consequence, and thus they get put in the hospital for the rest of their life because at least they're out of harm's way, and time moves on. It sucks. Then people realize, wait a second, if I act like a crazy retard in this courtroom, they'll let me get away with murder. Ha! So because of that, pardon my harsh bluntness of it, but I consider the word retard because I am a high-functioning retard, also known as Asperger's syndrome. You know what's funny is that there have been some studies of children being cured with marijuana for autism. It didn't cure all their symptoms, but it made it a hell of a lot easier to deal with. And I think, oh, marijuana, high-functioning autism. Ha, that's funny. Hilarious. I'm 23 years old. You know what else is 23? Flavors and Dr. Pepper. Something would be even cooler if Jim Carrey's driving a Model T in the countryside, drinking a Dr. Pepper, and it breaks down, he starts cranking it. It's a 1923 Model T. It's got the Dr. Pepper logo on the hood. After he gets done cranking, he goes, "It has 23 flavors of refreshments. Oh yeah." Like, this isn't Kool-Aid. Oh, if it was Kool-Aid, it'd be more like, oh yeah. Can you imagine a Kool-Aid bomb? Instead of drinking out of him, we'd be smoking out of him. He has hands and feet, it's Kool-Aid's face, but it's a bomb. Like, he just had to inhale himself, but hold his breath while he takes a hit, and as he lets out, he goes, oh yeah. Okay, let's look at the fact about marijuana. It slows down your thought process. That is a well-known fact. Let's look at the people who have ADHD who can't sit still or think straight. Like, their thoughts, I'm not talking homosexual, I'm talking like their thoughts are racing 95,000 million trillion seconds a minute. Just constant. Okay. They smoke a little bit of weed. You know, it slows their mind down just enough where they can think on a normal rate like everyone else, so they'd be able to learn and focus. It's a thought, you know. I'm just guessing based off of the facts I know of ADHD and marijuana. Okay? Ask me this, YouTube. The state I live in is illegal. However, if you walk in dispensers, you can buy books like these. Now, I have a strain of weed I would love to grow called King Cobra's Chronic. Pineapple Express, Black Magic, Green Crack, White Widow. 20 different fruits, okay? And then grown in with BMT, which is that dream hallucinate that's natural for your body and makes you hallucinate, but completely natural and healthy for your body. Doing so will create a fruity hallucinogenic weed. When it grows, I want it to be all black with like dark green streaks and just rainbow hairs and so crystallized it looks like one solid diamond. Oh, that'd be a gorgeous bud. But growing that would take 1.5 years because there's a lot of crossbreeding involved, unfortunately. And even more unfortunate is I can't grow it here, nor do I plan on doing it, but hey, it's just something to read and pass the time nicely. Because here's something I don't understand. If marijuana is illegal here in Wyoming, then why the fuck are they selling books like that in Spencer's as a novelty? Right. People say marijuana makes you violent. I disagree to that. I really do. Because Bob Marley wasn't violent. Cheech and Chong aren't violent. Miley Cyrus isn't violent. Unfortunately, you're getting these hipster douchebags associated with it, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And what's more unfortunate is recently we had a story where this person had a pound of marijuana on him, and she was shot over it. Now, ain't that some shit? Now, it's one thing when the marijuana drug war that we have going on is taking taxpayers' money out of their pocket to throw them in jail with rapists, murderers, and necrophiliacs, but it's a completely different other thing when someone's getting shot over it. Okay, this drug war is now costing lives. Legalize it already. I can especially understand it as a pain reliever for NFL players who are playing a very brutal and very dangerous sport for your sick entertainment. So every year, once a year, you can sing the national anthem and splash us on TV with beer, 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 and Dorito commercials, and maybe some car insurance commercials. Yeah, I saw the Super Bowl. It was quite delicious. Watching Denver get spanked 43-8. That was awesome. My reason for hating Denver is they hired Tim Tebow, and he reads the Bible. Nothing against Biblists, but he was one of those people that was very in your face about it. That's the only reason I didn't like him. I don't give a shit if you're a Christian or not, man. It's just Tim Tebow gives up that I'm in your face about God shit. You know, every time I get a touchdown, thank you, Jesus, thank you. I'll be going, wait a second, his crappy playing, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't think he's reading the Bible. I think he's practicing witchcraft or some shit, because what the fuck was that, you know? Some of you sit there and say, oh, that's not fair, he's a decent player, rah, 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 rah. But karma has a way of doing delicious wonders. Case in point, spanking in the Super Bowl, you know. It was quite delicious. 43-8. And both Denver, Colorado, and Seattle, Washington, marijuana is legal there. Now, how's that for an ironic kick in the ass? The more states legalize, the more money the federal government has in the back pocket, to which they could do whatever the fuck they want with it. They could have another war if they pleased, or they could, even better idea, fix the economy, fix the potholes on our road, rebuild the hospitals, rebuild the schools, better educate our children on drugs, okay? Because here's what happens. You're in school with your peers, learning about drugs and alcohol and sex and your body going through puberty. It's part of the high school experience, to be blunt about it. And they tell you that marijuana is a gateway drug and it's evil. But then, why is it being legalized everywhere? It makes you think. Logically, it tells you that it's not. Okay, you go to a party with your friends later that weekend, someone has a joint there, and you're thinking, oh, I heard that's bad. The teacher said, don't be a pussy-headed. Okay. Whoa. My body's relaxing. My mind is expanding. That is a wonderful feeling. See, it's not as bad as they tell you it is. Okay? So they lied to you about that. That makes them think, well, what else have they lied to me about? So that makes them more inclined to try other drugs. But then you do the research. Marijuana is not a drug. It's a plant, obviously. Aspirin's a fucking drug. You take 13 of those fuckers, you die. 13 joints, you won't die. You'll just be really fucking stoned. I'm just saying. Oh, excuse me. Jeez, where are my manners? However, if you were in a state, or in a union, I should say, that was pro-gun, they love guns, and were in a situation where you didn't have the choice to be against it, okay, That's why I say these anti-gunnies take their freedom for granted. You know, they get to bitch about guns, and they get to have the freedom to not be associated with it, and that's a good thing. So then don't be. But the truth of it is, you're not going to stop the gun owners from hating guns, and you're not going to convince, you know, it's just a very two-sided street. And me owning a gun doesn't change anything. I'm not going to pull anything stupid. Okay, imagine with that thing. Do you know how fucking long it takes to load 2 shells in? Okay, it would be practically useless for that kind of thing, first of all. Second of all, I wouldn't do it because, like I said, if I ain't playing guitar on the outside, you know, it wouldn't be worth it. And what's more important is I wouldn't be able to be with Stephanie then. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, so not worth it. If I'm angry, I want to kill something, I'll play GTA 5 online, straight up. Players can kill me too, that's the fun of it. To a degree, you know, if you're trying to go clothes shopping, or if you're doing a mission, or if you're getting a car customized, or whatever, you get this nice kick-ass car you spend a shit ton of money on, and some asshole comes by and blows you up just because he can. I mean, if I was in a situation reversed, then yeah, I would do it too, but the thing of it is, it's not like you can't get another one. But at the same time, you know, if you've spent a lot of time on that game online playing it to get that, it's kind of a dick move, just saying. I mean, you know, it's gotten so bad, sometimes people will stand outside each other's apartments and on the game online, wait for someone to come out of the tank, wait for someone to come out and the tank just goes. And I'm like, well, no one's actually getting hurt, so I don't know why y'all get upset. At the same time, it's kind of frustrating when you want to go online and play a video game and you can't because someone else is making it so you can't. Because you respond, they find you, shoot you again. You respond, they find you, shoot you again. It can get really annoying after a while. So I can understand that frustration. So you know what you do? You shoot them back, you know. Or GTA 5 Online offers an awesome option called a disable mode of some sorts. I can't remember what it's called specifically, but you take it off and other players can't shoot you. So you can roam around and just play the game. And so you can get away, and it probably gets bad enough to where you're getting attacked by a shit ton of players for doing absolutely nothing, just walking down the street, whatever, on your headset talking to other people, and then they start shooting you. You respond, they shoot you, they respond, you shoot you, and it just keeps going and going. Finally you get to a spot where you say pause, disable, back, okay. They go, oh shit, we can't shoot them, and they sit there and call you a pussy. Once you fight back, you pussy, and shit like that. That's bullying of the future right now. And you know what? If it stays in the game, that's fine, but to a degree it can get frustrating for those of us who actually enjoy playing Grand Theft Auto, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he plays Grand Theft Auto? No, he has a real gun. Oh, let's not say we did. Okay. If you're going to be a wanker and panic about this kind of a video, then no. No. You see, it's kind of frustrating when the government officials like Obama and Bill Clinton will sit there and say, oh yeah, I smoke weed, but I did not inhale. Oh yeah, I smoked when I was a kid, but I do it as a habit like my cigarettes and alcohol, but it was a lot less dangerous for you. And then you get arrested for it. But then Obama gets to smoke it, and then turns out to become... See, that's just the thing. A stoner becomes a president. And that's some shit. You can all sit there saying that weed's bad, but we got a stoner for a president. Or ex-stoner, so to speak. But let's face it. If he wants to go down to Colorado discreetly in a unrecognizable limo and have someone that nobody recognizes on the grid of citizenship or whatever... discreetly buys him a blunt, he sits in his limo and goes, okay, what am I going to do about that? That's why he says, oh, that's why, I bet he does smoke weed. I bet he does smoke weed, doesn't tell anybody about it. Just like he smokes cigarettes, doesn't tell anybody about it. And honestly, I don't care if he does, he has that right. He's an American too, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, and this job's stressful. I can imagine it's stressful. I couldn't imagine it actually, but yeah. But obviously, you know, Obama talks about banning guns, and everyone flips out, just, you know, freaking out, threatening to go up to the White House with their guns and shit. Well, that's messed up, man. That is messed up. Straight up, that's messed up. Okay, and you're like proving that man's point as to why he thinks they should be banned, but I don't think they should. I just think, you know, they should just be where they're at right now, as far as stricter gun control. We're not saying you can't have your guns, we're just saying make it a little more difficult to get one. And, you know, if these rampages and shootouts keep happening, my guess is that eventually it'll get to a point where it's going to be damn near impossible to get a gun, and that's because they're afraid of what people might do, and so their solution is to get more guns. But then, to a degree, that can help, and to a degree, it can't. Like, see, in situations where it could help, you know, it means that your arms are protected, and they're not. They may not be, but then they are, and it's just, ugh. So it can get to be a puddle of sorts of bullshit, because you got people say we love guns. You got people whose family members have been in the military and shit, fighting wars and shit, you know what I'm saying, versus people who've had members who've been shot in the war and who've lost family members to gang violence, and others who've lost members of their family members to a gun, or just don't like guns because they're anti-gun. So it's a two-sided blade, okay? That's all I'm saying. And both sides are right, but the one thing is, okay, guns aren't killing people, because if they were, this gun would have killed me by now. Because I'm a people. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Okay? Well, it's like having a dog in a sense. It's a responsibility. Now, less serious responsibility, obviously, these guns are dangerous. Well, dogs can be dangerous too, man. Well, that's just the thing, man. Dogs are like humans. If they grow up in a negative household, they generally grow up to be vicious or socially awkward. It's the same aspect. I've noticed this, and generally that's why dogs bite the humans, or humans just go off and do stupid, crazy shit. So, yeah, there is a correlation chain between dogs and humans in that aspect, if you think about this for a second. However, you know, same thing can be said if dogs are given a loving home and then they grow up dry, then yeah, you know, it works. But, oh. Ugh. The heck was that? Yeah, what was that? Anyway, YouTube, KingCobraJFS with another video. I'll try to keep these under 40 minutes at the least. So, yeah, stoked about the Stoker. Sportsman does an awesome job with their customer service. KingCobraJFS in the video. Thanks for watching. See you later.